Hi, welcome to Real Magic Review. My name is Steve Faulkner, and this is not a review, it's a vlog, or uh, it's not, I was going to say confession there. Sounds a bit heavy, doesn't it? But before we do this, can you please like, subscribe, check out cardmagiccourse.com. That's my online card magic course with over 300 videos, all from me from 2013 up to now. Just recorded a load of sections on the Royal Road to Card Magic course, which is an ongoing big course that we're putting on, I'm putting on the course. So check that out. Learn from a professional. There you go. There's a little tagline for you. I'm making this video because I've kind of disappeared for a couple of weeks. I haven't disappeared for a couple of weeks. I've just kind of took a break like people do, and that's fine. But I wanted to talk a little bit about a kind of situation I got in and why I haven't done as many reviews recently. And this is for the people that support and watch this channel, which I will never take for granted, and for the people who send me things to review, which also I will never take for granted. I can't do this without either of you, so it's never something I take lightly, and something that means a hell of a lot to me. And this, over lockdown, has become a kind of full-time job. It's what I think about a lot. It's what I put most of my time into, this and the card course. And obviously before that there was gigs and the leadership training that I do, and all that was happening. And now things are starting to shift a bit. I just needed to recalibrate, and I got myself into looking back on it, quite a stressful situation, which wasn't good for my mental health. And I think that's also a really important thing to talk about, because I think coming into lockdown and out of it again, we're all kind of a little bit lost. We're in this kind of neutral zone of I don't know, what do we do now? Maybe I'm gigging a tiny bit online, but I'm not gigging loads. I'm still doing this and that. And I've talked to quite a few magicians, performers, and people that do the other stuff. I do trainers. And there is a feeling of stress and unease in a lot of people at the moment. So I thought it'd be interesting to talk about it, and sort of to talk about it from a personal position. So what I've been doing. So the beginning of lockdown, I was ploughing. I thought all I've got left is the card course and this. So I ploughed everything to that. So I made loads of videos, and I thought, well, we're in a position where a lot of performers have started to release stuff, or independent releases, and of course the bigger releases as well. And I thought I want to review things that you can kind of use in lockdown, or people were doing stuff on Zoom. Review that, independent little projects that I thought I wanted to review that, because I thought it's a win-win. I can help people. I can actually help people that, even if I help them sell 10 more units, if I think it's good, of course, not just to help them sell it, even if I don't know them, it wasn't about knowing them. I can do something really good that is a values-driven thing that will help me get through lockdown. So I thought, if someone brings out a little PDF, I can review that and help them sell that, and we can keep us all afloat. At the same time, understanding that most of my views come from bigger releases, but there'll be something more personal in it for me and more gratifying, because at this age it's kind of getting a bit like that. If I kind of help individuals and people on a smaller level. So I know it sounds a bit worthy, but that was kind of my plan. So I said, if anybody's got anything that's been released, send it to me. And I got loads of lovely stuff. And I had this thing in my head of, okay, well, I've got more time now because we're on lockdown, so I'm going to be able to read the PDFs. I'm always really worried about getting PDFs. I haven't been getting full books. I've been saying to people, if they're small, that's fine, or if they're downloads. But I just got a lot of really good stuff. And I realised quite soon on that I was going to struggle with this, because I have my kids half the time, which I know I constantly bang on about, but it's kind of part of the story. Obviously, there's a homeschooling. They weren't going to school, and I realised quite early on that I was actually busier than I've ever been, even though I wasn't gigging. I was kind of trying to do all this stuff. And I felt it became a little bit stressful, because my integrity was being questioned. And I'm a big one in integrity. I really think that if you say you're going to do something, you should do it. And I was honest, and this is the difference between honesty and integrity, because I was honest because I believed I could do it, and then quite quickly realised I was going to have a bit of a struggle. Biggest mistake I made was I kept saying yes to people, because someone lovely would say, I've released this thing, it's really cool, and I'd say, of course I'll talk about that, and that goes on the pile. And then before I know it, I've got 30 or 40 things on the pile. And if it's like when you buy a magic book, you have this idea of, I'm going to get back to convention with my 5 new magic books, and I'm going to sit and read them. And you go, 4 years later, I still haven't, I've read like half of one of them. So this became very apparent, but I still kept believing, okay, if I swap things around, if I work all evening, if I do this, and I was working evenings and reading evenings, I managed to get a couple of things done. And then I said I'd review a couple of Zoom sessions like Ben L's thing and all this. So fitting that in around all of this became basically very stressful very quickly. And the stress wasn't based on it being a stressful thing to do. It's not. Watching magic stuff and learning magic and reading magic is not stressful. So many of you will have way more stressful lives than that. My stress came from feeling I was letting people down, and it's not something that sits easy with me. It's people that I know that have worked very hard on something, that sent me something, sometimes a physical product that was worth money, that they put time into, sitting on my shelf and me not being able to do it. And in the last, I would say 3 or 4 weeks, that level of stress became very, very high. It was starting to play with my sleep. I felt really bad about this. And I know, some people that I have talked to have said, look, don't worry, it's fine. But that's lovely, but it wasn't stopping this thing in me. So what I've decided to do is talk about it, because I think it is important, because I say a lot of people that I'm talking to are feeling overwhelmed for different reasons. And I think by me sharing this, it may help to know that you're not on your own. So I think the key to when you are feeling overwhelmed is to talk to the people that are relevant. You are the people that watch this channel. You are the people that keep it going. And thank you so much for that. And if you might be watching this knowing that you've sent me stuff going, why hasn't Steve done the thing yet? Mark Chandale gave me a book, God, so long, a year ago, and I still haven't done the thing. So, it's a worry. But it's all doable. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work through this stuff methodically and slowly, because one of the things I always want to do is to be able to talk about these products with knowledge, and that means I've got to spend time with them. I can't half read a book and review it, and I can't play with a trick for 2 minutes and review it. I've got to know how that trick works. Is it easy? Is it going to fall apart? Is it going to stand the test of time? And the only way I can do that is to spend time with them. So I still can't rush this stuff. So what I was going to do is do a whole load of live reviews really quickly. But that's not going to be good, because it's not an honest review then. So I'm going to work through this stuff methodically. I'm going to try not to accept any more stuff. Of course, if there's a big release that you are going to want to know about, I will do that, because at the time of release, it's good that if you're going to spend the money, you know a little bit about it. So I'm still going to try and take on a little tiny bit more stuff and maybe get there when I can. But the point is this: thank you for staying with me. Thank you for being patient. This still means a hell of a lot to me, so I didn't go away because it doesn't, and I am going to try and keep the quality up by not rushing everything out, and maybe putting 1 or 2 videos out a week and not trying to put 20 out a week like I did at the beginning. I didn't do that, but that's the thing. So if you are watching this saying, where's my review? It will happen when I can. And if you do have any questions about maybe you're feeling overwhelmed with something, do put them in the comments. And I want to do more of these videos talking about life, talking about what it's like to be someone that has a passion that maybe can't get to it as much as they can because life gets in the way. All this stuff I think is important to talk about. And this sort of video isn't going to be for everybody, so I'm totally fine if you're not into this. But I just thought I felt like I needed to share this just to take the pressure on myself, and to let you know that the channel is, from now, kids are back at school. Fingers crossed they'll stay there, not forever. I do want to see them, even though I would get a bit more done if they did. And things are getting back to normal, so you should see a lot more content on the channel. But thank you for your support. Apologies to you if I've received stuff and haven't reviewed it yet. I will. And any questions you've got, let me know. Please like, subscribe, and if the best way to support the channel and me and to support your learning is cardmagiccourse.com. Have a look at that. The weekly sessions are great fun at the moment, so come and join us just for a chat and a hangout. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.